So government is expecting, it says, Moses Mabhida Stadium to be filled to capacity when AmaZulu King MisuZulu kaZwelithini is handed his certificate of recognition. The KwaZulu-Natal government says about 100 buses, 300 taxis and scores of trains will be used to ferry thousands of people to the event tomorrow. Authorities will be conducting a final bomb sweep later today as several dignitaries are expected to arrive. My co-anchor Ayanda Nyathi is at the stadium for us this morning. As we continue with our build-up, Ayanda, good morning.
Yeah, that's right, Michelle. You certainly get a sense that there's the pulling out of all the stops to make sure that tomorrow's historic event goes ahead smoothly, and more importantly, that we're able to carry this out in a way that is able to accommodate the most senior of delegates right down to the most ordinary of people here in KwaZulu-Natal, all of whom, by the way, want to get a front row seat to this official ceremony that's going to kick off tomorrow. GCIS, that's government communications, obviously at the forefront of coordinating some of the logistics. We're joined now by Obabu Willem Baloyi, who's with the entity here at Moses Mabhida Stadium. Relatively quiet, all for just a moment, I imagine. By tomorrow this time, I'm sure there'll be a whole lot of movement because of just how many people we're expecting here. When it comes to coordinating, just getting the masses into the stadium, how has that been going?
Coronation. I think it's all systems go. And we are looking forward to hosting one of the biggest events here in KwaZulu-Natal, but also by extension South Africa. For getting the people here, which are very important because they have to witness the whole ceremony. Remember, they are the subjects this time now. So we have arranged, I think there are more than 2 trains that will be bringing people here, but also the minibuses. We've got more than 200 of the minibus taxis that will be ferrying people here. We've got more than 80 buses that will also be ferrying people here. And I'm not yet talking about those people who will be using their own transport. So we are looking forward to filling the stadium to the maximum. We are estimating close to 48,000 that will be here. But the question still remains, what about others who will be coming? We have arranged that just the opposite the stadium, there is a park there, and we are going to use it as an overflow. We are making sure that we are equipping it with your necessary technology, including the screens, so that they don't miss the action that will be happening inside here at the stadium.
And of course, many of them will be watching on Newzroom Afrika channel 405, and they won't be missing the action either. But, you know, when it comes to coordinating something like the program for an event like this, it's a mammoth task, especially because on the one hand, yes, it's a government-sanctioned event, but on the other, I'm sure there are cultural significances that you have to observe, for instance, around who speaks, when, and how. And to get that right, you need to be in consultation with, I imagine, the Zulu royal family. How have those discussions been going? I mean, do you get a sense that there's enough of a coordination to get that right?
You see, the diversity, cultural diversity of South Africa comes to the fore when it's here. And as government, we have to respect that and coordinate it accordingly. So that's why we have worked very closely with the cultural aspect kind of audience, but also to make sure that the activities are well organized according to the traditions of the Zulus. To that extent, I can assure you, you would see what will be happening tomorrow, especially on the pitch. Right on the pitch here, there would be different formations according to how the regiments are aligned, including, of course, your Swazi regiments, how they will be aligned, Amabutu, how they will be aligned, Amachiji. So that cultural component of it is going to be quite prevalent. And I can assure you that we have been having quite a good interactive and guidance also from the royal family. So we are looking forward to a spectacle of cultural diversity that will be explored here.
I know this question has been posed multiple times, but it would be remiss for me to miss out on this. Even outside of what's taken place in Sandton with this US alert, there's always going to be concerns around safety and security because of just the high-profile nature of an event like this. Because of just how many senior delegates are expected to be here, your state of readiness insofar as security is concerned around protecting those people, one, but number two, making sure that there aren't any other distractions that may very well translate into security threats.
I think let me put it to all South Africans that as a country we have hosted major events in the past. and our security has never been found wanting. And we think that the same will happen with this event, as we have hosted previously, top events, including, of course, the FIFA World Cup in this iconic stadium. That's one of the venues that was used. And we hosted that World Spectacle without any major incident. So also on this one, our security services are quite on top of the issues. Actually, there's going to be a state of readiness security briefing today here in the stadium, and they will be giving all the precautions that we are taking, not only for this event, but also for all other events in the country that will be taking. You remember, also on the sporting field, we have major events, and also as a democratic country, anyone is free to, do the things as long as you do them within the ambit of the law. And our security services will be giving that assurance of how safe we are. But I want to emphasize that we have hosted many events with no hiccup in the past, and this will not be any different.
All right, Bob William Baloyi, thanks very much indeed for speaking to us. Certainly a whole lot of optimism. William Baloyi is with the Government Communications Department, GCIS is what we call it in the media, and you really do get a sense that there is increased awareness, given especially just how busy this weekend is going to be. Michelle, you just had a conversation around the Pride March that's going to take place in Sandton. I know Benjamin is watching developments around the Soweto Derby that's going to take place at the FNB Stadium, and we're here, of course, at Moses Mabhida in Durban, all of which are likely to be large gatherings that attract a vast number of people, and we're all going to be watching quite closely about how security personnel, at least across the country, are going to be watching those in the wake of what the U.S. government has had to say. But we'll keep watching all these developments. It should get under some shelter because it looks like it's starting to drizzle here in Durban. We'll speak to you in just a moment.
Yeah, thanks for that, Ayanda. Great to see you, and we'll chat a little later on in the show as well. But still.